We're going live momentarily. Please fasten your seatbelts. All right, now the microphone's on. Hope you can hear me. I caught the sound guy sleeping. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope that you can hear me okay now that I turn the microphone on. And that little piece that I was attempting to pull off for you was a song that I call Sunrise Sugar Shack that's in the works, that hopefully I can record with a friend of mine, Paul Hohenlohe. And that would be really wonderful. It's sometime down the road. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, look at all of you here. This is fantastic. Hello, Mom's here. Mom and my aunt, Auntie Brenda. Hello, hello, hello. Representing the hometowns. Hi, Alona. Hi, Diane. Barbara, Saskia, Evangeline. Yes. So nice to see you all. So I have a few things in store again tonight for a summer edition of uh, this here live thingamajig that we're doing. I hope that you're all safe, well, and warm. Not too warm. I'm pretty warm. Yeah, so I have a couple songs that I'm excited to play for you, and I've prepared a couple other fun things that we might get into that I can't wait for you to see. What I'm going to do here is begin with another song that has grandma in it, actually. The last time I did a live, there was a grandma song that I did by Bill Withers. And this here song is by a guy named Greg Brown, who is a fantastic songwriter. Some of you may know him. He's an outstanding songwriter, and I particularly love this tune here called Canned Goods. Let the wild winter wind bellow and blow. I'm as warm as a July toad. May toad. Peaches on the shelf, potatoes in the bin. Supper ready, everybody come on in. Taste a little of the summer. Taste a little of the summer. Taste a little of the summer. Grandma put it all in jars. Well, there's a fruit cellar down below. Watch your head now, down you go. Peaches on the shelf, potatoes in the bin. Supper ready, everybody come on in. Taste a little of the summer. Taste a little of the summer. Taste a little of the summer. Grandma put it all in jars. Well, she got magic in her, you know what I mean. She puts the sun and rain in with her beans. Peaches on the shelf, potatoes in the bin. Supper ready, everybody come on in. Taste a little of the summer. Taste a little of the summer. Taste a little of the summer. Grandma put it all in jars. Well, maybe you are weary and you don't give a damn. I bet you never tasted her blackberry jam. Peaches on the shelf, potatoes in the bin. Supper ready, everybody come on in. Taste a little of the summer. Taste a little of the summer. Taste a little of the summer. Grandma put it all in jars. When I go down to see Grandma, I gain a lot of weight. With her dear hands, she feeds me plate after plate. She cans the pickles, sweet and dill, with the song of the whippoorwill and the morning dew and the evening moon. I really gotta go down and see her soon, 'cause these canned goods that I buy at the store ain't got the summer in them anymore. You bet, Grandma, as sure as you're born, I'll take some more potatoes and a thunderstorm. Peaches on the shelf, potatoes in the bin. Supper ready, everybody come on in. Taste a little of the summer. Taste a little of the summer. Taste a little of the summer. Grandma put it all in jars. Some Greg Brown for you all. If you haven't heard of Greg Brown, I highly recommend looking into him and checking out his catalog. He's an amazing treasure of a songwriter that's worth looking into. And has such a depth of work that he's made over the past 30, 40 years or something like that. So definitely check him out. Definitely. All right. Good, good, good. Hope you can hear me well. I have recently been out to the garden, and well, before we get in the garden, let's see first. If I'm going to go to the garden, of course we have to go to the garden, right? So we have to get in the garden first. It's this time of year here. It's garlic time of year. Pulling up some garlic lately. Gonna harvest our garlic tomorrow. This is fresh garlic out of the field. Hope you can see it. Yeah. Look at that garlic. The whole plant. Wonderful. I bet a bunch of you already have garlic. Maybe you're pulling it already in your own yards. And that's always exciting time of year. All right. All right, so I have this little song that I wrote a few years ago on full request from Angela. She loves this song, and recently I discovered that I didn't remember this song at all and had almost completely forgotten it, except for maybe a word or two, and really worried that I lost it, because I actually don't write all my songs down, so they exist somewhere in my mind, and some of them get captured, some of them get written down in pieces and parts, but some have never gotten written down. So I hope that I'm going to capture some of these songs before I lose my memory, because that would be a big drag. But I actually pulled this song out of an old antiquated mini disc player, where I found the first lines of the lyrics and the guitar parts that I was messing around with, and it was enough to spurn my memory. And I found some notes in some journals that corresponded with that time. And I actually brought the song back, which I was very excited about, because you work so hard on a song and they're your best friend for a while, and then potentially it's gone. But I'm also, happy because Angela really loves this song. So, and this is a song called "Loss of Time." And it's a contemplative song, as many of my songs are, very contemplative, and just expresses some of the way that I think, and I hope that you can relate to it. So hope I can pull it off without getting too nervous here for you, with myself looking at a screen that's showing me, basically. And so this is "Loss of Time." Now I wander through the streets at night, thinking about the loss of time, and how this anger is just a disease of the mind. And I wander through the streets in the daytime, dreaming about the war-torn places and all the smiles on all of the faces, the day the soldiers come home. The day the soldiers come home. Now I wander down the highway, further and further from my home. If it's a blessing or a curse, I only know I'm built to roam. And I wonder if you're going my way. We could ride together, we could even make a stand. We'll take this road into the promised land. Yeah, we could all ride this chariot home. We could all ride this chariot home. I'm no longer waiting for the right time to come. Too much time has been wasted. Too many lives are gone, gone, gone. Now I wander across the desert plain. I don't know why it is I'm so compelled to go cruising across the country in this here pouring rain. I will climb right up to the mountain top. I'll scream with every inch of breath left in my lungs. What's it gonna take to make it stop? If I could fly, I'd come carry you home. If I could fly, I'd come carry you home. Yeah, I was just thinking about the loss of time. All right. So that there was a precious song for me, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you can relate to it. I love this. I love seeing that we have Washington State in the house. We have Massachusetts representing all over the place. We have Wadzak Stewarts coming from somewhere, maybe North Carolina, or they might be traveling. We got the hometown represented. We have Connecticut represented. Fantastic. Hi, Kitty. Thank you very much for coming. Barbara White, bonjour, hello. Nice to see you. Wonderful. It's so exciting to look in the chat and see y'all here. Thank you very much. So, I prepared a little something for you. Without further ado, we're going to head out away from the office, away from the studio, and I'm going to share with you a little pet project. We're about to meet a farmer that's, you know, a little down and needs to make sure that he can make ends meet. So he's a little trying to figure out what's going on, and he's going to share a little secret with you. So here's Cash Crop. So, processing some of my oregano here that I harvested from the garden. I like to dry herbs. But you know, I'm sitting here thinking, it's hard to make a living as a farmer with just oregano. That's why every farmer needs a cash crop. And so today I thought I'd share with you how I plan to actually make my living as a farmer. But this time, I can't find my cash crop in my garden. We need to go somewhere else.
Let's do this.
Alright, here it is. In the middle of this asparagus patch that I planted for cover. You ready to go in? Let's go. Here they are, my cash crop. Can you see them? Oh yeah. Can you see them? This is it. Can you see my little babies here? Oh, look. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be an acoustic. Oh, there's another acoustic right here. Oh, this is an electric. I think it's a Strat. Oh my goodness. Oh, nobody knows this is here. Except you and me. Oh, look at this. Shh. They're growing nicely. Every farmer needs a cash crop. That's right. There you have it. Every farmer needs a cash crop. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that. Those poor farmers, you know, poor farmers just can't make a living off of oregano. It's a hard life, farming. It's a hard life. If anyone would like to go on a walk sometime, I will take you into the forest and you can come see my secret garden where my cash crop grows. I'm happy to take you along and show you it, so please hit me up. We'll go for a walk. We'll check out my cash crop. So open invitation for all of you. All right, we have Montreal in the house. Fantastic. Hello, Mandy and family. Wonderful. I am glad that I found that song too, Alona. All right. All right. Yeah. If you were here last time, this may be familiar to you. As some of you know, I wrote a song about this COVID experience. Going out to all the frontline people out there. Every day I watch the death toll rise from the safety of my home. Curse the screen, can't believe my eyes. When it ends, well, no one knows. You're out there on the front lines, risk your life and your family too. In every moment, bittersweet boredom, I can't help but think of you. And I'm grateful for you, grateful for you, grateful for all the things you're doing. Grateful for you, I'm pulling for you. I want to thank you. Another day, another heartbreak sunrise dawns upon my face. Out the window, see the cars roll by. May all of you be this safe. Millions of people still staying at home, so you can do what you need to do. In every moment of bittersweet boredom, we can't help but think of you. And we're grateful for you, grateful for you, grateful for all the things you're doing. Grateful for you, we're pulling for you. We want to thank you. Yeah, we're grateful for you, grateful for you, grateful for all the things you're doing. Grateful for you, we're pulling for you. We want to thank you. Hope you're all staying really, really safe and taking this seriously, as I know most of you are. And you all have your beautiful masks, handmade. I have masks that my sister has handmade for us, which are so gorgeous. And some masks that a friend of mine dropped off in the mailbox stealthily, secretively, out of love, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you, Candy. And some masks from my mother-in-law, who came across some N95s. Thank you, Sharon, very much for outfitting me with my stormtrooper mask. So I played my first farmer's market of the season this Wednesday, which was really a joy to do. It was very nice to get out. Social distancing was in effect. So another artist that a couple artists that I really admire, who were prominent figures in the 70s in the blues music scene. Sonny Terry and Brownie McGhee, these are two legends of blues music and of sort of the folk revival that, continued in the 60s and the 70s. They toured Europe numerous times and were producing amazing music, and I've admired them for decades now. And I picked up this song here off of an album that I've always loved, and it seems sort of relevant these days. So the battle is over, but the war goes on. If you sang the song the way it was written, and you march along to the beat of a drum, someday soon you're gonna wake up singing. The battle is over, but the war goes on. Everybody please follow the leader. What if the leader has a gun? Remember when you jump to the 8 o'clock whistle. The battle is over, but the war goes on. Close your eyes when you hear the thunder. You cry in the rain and you smile in the sun. Who do you fool but me and you, brother? The battle is over, but the war goes on. If talk was money, you'd be a millionaire. If thoughts could kill, there'd be no one here. So many thinking evil, talking jive, but it's only true love keeps this whole world alive. The battle is over. The battle is over. Is over, but the war goes on. Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee. If you don't know Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee, they're worth checking out. Sonny Terry is absolutely legendary on the harmonica. Absolutely legendary, where he's, playing the harmonica and hooting and hollering while he plays. I just would have loved to have met them and sat down over a cup of coffee with the both of them at some point and learned a couple things and just, spent some time with them. Brownie McGee I've always admired as a guitar player. And Brownie put out a lot of albums on his own as well. Highly recommend. Sonny Terry, Brownie McGee. So I have another special thing for you that I've had up my sleeve for a little while now. Actually been working with a friend of mine, Alejandra Williams, who is an extremely talented musician and singer, songwriter, piano player, scat master. Basically, she can do lots and lots and lots of stuff. And I have the beginnings of a poem that I started called The Birth of Song, which to me is describing the process that a songwriter goes through as a song starts to appear in the mind and make its way to the surface where it actually becomes manifest as sound through whatever medium one is creating through. And so I started this poem, and I asked her to help me with it. and so she lent her words to me. My written words, her spoken words. If Alejandra, you are here, thank you for bearing with my little pet project here, and I can't wait to do part 2. So this is part 1 of the Birth of Song poem, made up with my basic video editing skills for your viewer enjoyment. So hope you enjoy.
It begins like a distant echo. Elusive, inaudible, a subtle feeling, awareness, hidden just beyond reach of the senses, cloaked by the forsaken sounds that envelop us. Crickets chirping, birds flitting, wind rushing through leaves and grass. The hush of the highway, a car alarm incessantly pleading in the distance. Conversations play out above its whisper, gently itching, barely noticeable. A nebulous swirl of shapeless matter. Stimulated with the passing of time and moments that touch the heart, it grows and begins to move with purpose, threatening to take shape, surging, roiling, and interrupting, demanding form, yearning to be brought to life. No longer content to abide peacefully beneath our consciousness, the rumblings become louder and louder and louder, until it simply cannot be ignored any longer.
So there you have it, part 1. Part 2 in the works. And as I mentioned on the last one, the last little live stream show here, variety show that we have here, I can't wait to get together with Alejandra and bring some of her other talents to you, her voice, her singing. I do have another song that she graciously lent some harmonies on that I'm still building, and hopefully I'll bring that out to you at some point. I really like this format and kind of like bringing out the songs that mean a lot to me, that some of these songs I might not play out at a farmer's market or at another kind of gig, and this is where I can play those songs that mean the most to me. I spend a lot of time playing mellow music and just absorbing guitar, finger style. And I have a lot of songs I've realized in the last couple of years. I actually have a lot of songs. And actually that you might not know, songs that you've never heard, which actually makes me curious. I wonder if you are familiar with some of my music, I wonder if anyone knows any of the names of my songs that you would think, oh, could you play this song or that song? I'm curious if any of you know or could request any songs. Not that I'm going to pull those songs out right now, but curious to know. If you feel inclined, please drop something in the chat. And I just want to have a big shout out to those of you not in the chat. I can't tell who you are. That's fine that you're not in the chat. Love having you here. So grateful that you're here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. This is such a joy to do. And I'm just excited that you guys are interested in being here. I hope that you're cool and enjoying your quarantine summer. So I have, I'm really excited. Let's see. Sorry, let me check out the chat here real quick. We have amazeballs in the chat. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I'm glad you liked it. Yes, there was a shot of the Columbia River Gorge in there for all of you Oregonites. Hey, Brian. What are all those guitars? Yeah, I have kind of developed a guitar addiction a little bit. I've been fixing up some guitars, sort of considering a mini mission of mine to reclaim guitars that are on the verge of brokenness and learn how to actually fix up guitars so I can know a little bit more. I've never, up until this time, learned about the mechanics of a guitar in the way of being able to fix them up or something like that. So I have a couple of prize projects here. This here guitar I pulled out of a flea market for $20. It didn't have all the pegs, and the pegs, when I did get the pegs, they actually wouldn't stay in the holes, so I had to build out the holes a little bit. It's made by Cort, and I sat on it for about 8 months, a little nervous about, I thought I had to replace the bridge, but ultimately I found a way to fix it without replacing the bridge. And it has a great sound. Yeah, so flea market guitar, $20. How amazing is that? And I brought it back to life. Very proud of myself. The nut was also detached under the string, so I had to re-glue the nut. And I'm super in love with this here guitar. It has a nice matte finish. has a great tone. The action's actually fantastic. I gave it a little tweak on the truss rod, and this has been a fun project for me. Been acquiring guitars, like I said, that I come across that maybe need a little love, that aren't super broken, and I've been learning how to do things. I have some new tools that just came in the mail because I do have a bridge that I removed a bridge from another guitar, and I'm going to glue the bridge back on. Maybe I'll video that, not sure. But it's been a real fun pet project and a huge learning experience. I'm learning a lot about guitars, which is fantastic. All right. And maybe some of you maybe recognize that song I played on that guitar. That is Sugar for Your Tea. My song Sugar for Your Tea, which is, something I really delight in, knowing that it is out in the world so strongly. From time to time, I drop into the back end of my Pandora statistics because my music plays on Pandora and Spotify and all those other streaming platforms. And presently, Sugar for Your Tea has been played almost 1.3 million times, and it's played about 7,000 times a month across the United States. It blows my mind. It's fun and fantastic to see those numbers and to see it going out there. It's like my baby, like going out into the world. So, that was a portion of Sugar for Your Tea. You can find that stuff on Pandora, and there's a lot of folks that actually have made Sugar for Your Tea track radio. Which I'm honored. There's a bunch of people that have made it an actual radio station, as well as you can make Jason Valcourt as an artist a radio station, etc. So that's a really fun thing for me. So hey, I have some, not a public service announcement, but I want to share something with you that's been moving my mind a lot. And I want to share a resource with you that I enjoy a lot, and that I'm reading through and learning from a whole ton. As a lot of you know, that I'm involved in agriculture. I work for the Northeast Organic Farming Association. Shout out for NOFA. And in my work, I've been very inspired to look at the state of our world, the state of racial discrimination, and the tremendous inequities in our country and across the world, of course. And I'm learning constantly about this matter, about my own role in that matter, and I'm trying to continually learn and put things into action, as I know, and I'm sure you are as well. So for me, it's becoming much more prominent in my mind how important agriculture, and particularly land ownership, which leads back to land reparations. Land ownership is for the healing, as one of the major puzzle pieces of healing in our world of racial discrimination. Owning equity, owning land, being able to be a part of the land, and having equity, owning land gives you a say in government, gives you a say in the way the laws are made and the way that laws are enforced. And equity, land ownership is crucial. And I'm waking up to this and hoping that I can support this for a long time to come. And this book here is written by Leah Penniman, who is a fantastic human and founded Soulfire Farm in New York State, where she hosts trainings with youth and grows vegetables, and has a downright slamming farm that is just teeming with life and love. And she is, as you can tell, producing a book, very much a prolific producer of words and thoughts. And this book is worth looking into. It is a farming handbook. It is, from how to begin all the way up to deep soil knowledge, like just deep soil knowledge. And there's inspiring tidbits throughout the book that are historical to give a historical context of the relationship of people of color and the land, particularly the land in the United States, the land, of course, across the world. And the main message I take is repairing that part of my mind and hopefully of our minds that is transforming us into a state that understands that understands that all people are rural people, and they belong to the land, and they belong in rural spaces, and it is telling a truthful context of history that was omitted in all of our schooling years, in all of our educational years, where the history books omitted so much of history. It's repairing that part of our mind, and particularly repairing the idea that people of color in relation to agriculture is within a context of being enslaved. And this book, Leah's work, and many, many other people's work that's happening right now is repairing that part of our minds, and bringing images and knowledge and understanding to help us grow and repair that part that can begin to realize that all people belong to the land and people need to own their own land. There are beautiful pictures in here of people in the gardens, together, working together, in the greenhouses, because they have a fantastic farm at Soulfire Farm. It's a high-functioning farm producing a tremendous amount of food. And as I said, they have training programs, and I think the training programs are booked for a long time. But if you're interested in this quarantine time, this is a fantastic addition to your reading. I highly recommend it. It's farming education, it's inspiring, and it's repairing our minds. So I'm looking forward to having this on my shelf for a really long time. And if you're looking for something to read and get into that's educational, pertinent to the day right now, that's a fantastic direction. So thanks for hearing that. Oh, also, sorry, a little bit more than that. There is, to that end, they have set up a Northeast Farmers of Color Land Trust, where if you're interested in learning more, you can go to this website. You can donate to it if you wish, but you can also find resources there. Donating to the Land Trust will help them gain the ability to, purchase parcels of land for farms, for individual farmers, for organizations that are led by people of color, and that's the way it should go. That's the way that healing is going to happen. So if you're inclined as such, there you go. Northeast Farmers of Color Land Trust. And another way to support it as well is to buy the book. Buy the book for someone else if you wish. There we go. Great. So thank you so much for being here. I have one more song that I wasn't sure I was going to play for you, but it's absolutely one of my favorite songs ever that I've written. Yeah, so this here song, I'm going to try to get through. Sometimes I forget the lyrics, so this might be This might be a little clunky. It might not. So it's a very special song to me. It's, to me, a very, very, very pure love song. Written as a kind of a traditional love song. Just has a couple verses and some sweet guitar that is always delightful to play. And I haven't played it all that much lately, but I don't need to tell you that. I'm just gonna go for it, and if my voice cracks, so be it. Life goes on. If I get nervous and I mess it up, so be it. Life goes on. All right. This is a song I call 1 and 3. All my life I've been dreaming of you. You've been the reason for everything I do. You love me like this song in my heart. Oh, it's the song I'm writing just for you. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. All my life I've been dreaming of you, and I love you like the sun loves the moon, like the land loves the sea, like a bird loves the tree, like May and July love June. Yes, I do. All this time I've been so out of place, I had fallen from grace, it's true. But you have been here, deep in my heart, patiently waiting for me to come to you. Yes, it's true. Oh, I know it's true. All my life I've been dreaming of you, and I love you like the grass loves the dew, like a cloud loves the sky, like a mother loves her child, like 1 and 3 love 2. Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. All my life I have been such a fool, and I love you, yeah, I love you, yeah, oh, I love you, yes, I do. So yeah, that there was a song many of you probably have not heard before that I really hold dear, and I hope that you can relate and that you enjoyed that, and that you have enjoyed this variety show. I'm again super grateful that you're here. It's very exciting to see you all here, and to know that you're out there. I really mean that. It's really nice to know you're out there, and I can't wait till we can get together again. and that you're all taking care of one another, taking this seriously. Fasten your seatbelts. This may continue for a long time. I'm sure all of you are aware. Thank you all for. Great, I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thank you. Yeah, so that song, you do know a name of that song. So there we have it, 1 and 3. So I have collaborated with my friend Antone Vieira over the past couple of years. Last live stream, I showed you the video of the dance recital with Shayna at the Crosby Center up in Belfast, Maine. And T and I have, over the years, we get together, and I just published another song that we did together that he is featured on. It is called Let's Camp Here. And this song is inspired by a trip that Angela and I took 2 years ago, I believe, out to the Northwest. And we were on our way from Pendleton, Oregon, where Amy, her sister, lives, up to Spokane, Washington, where our friend Rotsna lives. And in between, we camped out and weren't sure where we were going to camp. We actually had no idea. We just did it on a whim to actually stay overnight, and found our way to the most glorious campsite that we both couldn't believe. It was exquisite, overlooking a large, glamorous lake and a forest that was typically northwestern in its magnitude, and birds chirping. It was also during wildfire, so it was a little smoky, but it was unbelievably gorgeous, and we enjoyed camping out in such a glorious space. I wrote the first parts of this tune sitting on a picnic bench there the morning that we spent there, and took it home and kept working on it. And kept working on it throughout that trip. I worked on it at Rotsna's house, actually, where her mom was there. That was a beautiful visit. And I remember writing some in the bedroom there while, like before dinner or something, and it kept building. And so I brought it to T, and he accompanies me on the mandolin. And it is going to be available this week on Spotify and Pandora and all of those fancy dancy places. Right now, as of 8 o'clock, I made it go live on my YouTube channel. And I am going to say goodbye and say I love you all. And I'm going to play you the song here. So I'm going to go out with this new release right here. I'm so grateful for T and the magical moments that we had, because we make music that is very, very, very touching. And we have a couple other songs in the works actually right now that might take some time because we don't see each other very often, but you can look forward to some more music that we are making. We have a couple of songs right now that are churning. So thank you for dropping a hello in the chat. Thank you all that are not in the chat for coming. I look forward to connecting with you another way. And I will bid you adieu. And thank you to all of you saying hello and goodbye. Thank you, Diane. Oh, thank you, Susan. Very glad that you enjoyed it. Thanks, Susan and Jerry. Brian, love you. Thank you for being here. Mandy, wonderful. Thanks for being here. Love you guys. Erica from DC, I believe. Thank you for being here. Sammy Wilson. 3 heartbeats. Sammy Wilson with a huge heart. Love you so much. Mom, Auntie Brenda, love you guys. If my dad is tuning in, love Dad. Amber, Sparks family, love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for dropping in. It's so amazing to see you all here. I'm so grateful and blessed to have you here with me. And here is a latest song released this week, special for you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.